All right. So it's about 3 minutes till you guys have time still to sign in if you are joining me today for the Zoom. The link for that is www.kwagentgrowth.com. And I'm going to go ahead and sign in. We have a lot to get through today. We're going to start with some new features in designs. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to make sure that we're in our personal one, although it will automatically change you. By the way, Designs for Teens is coming next month. We just haven't had it released yet. So let's go ahead and get started. Designs. We're going to press create design. We're going to say it's a social design. It always takes a while to load. No, I don't want notifications. Introducing highlight text. Okay, so you can highlight your text now. Make sure that you watch these videos. These are new. We're not going to watch them right now, but make sure that you watch these videos so that you know how to do that. So we're going to go to assets and check it out, you guys. We can now set a color palette. So this one is designed to match my existing stuff. We can also upload images, text, logos. You can see I have part of my logo. I'll actually be uploading a different one today, but I can't do it right now because my webcam's plugged in the port that I need to do that. And then you can upload elements. You can also upload videos, you can upload files, and you can upload fonts. So if you have purchased a font, you can upload it here. This is a new feature. Some of you teams are really going to love having this. I know I will because this pink is hard to duplicate. I was able to do this. So I'm just pulling up my website here and then making this smaller. And through that, I can actually do like the plus sign and then the dropper, and then I can color match right here. So through that, I was able to color match. That way it's the exact same pink that I use for all of my other marketing. Super awesome tool there. We're going to go ahead and dive into something else. I just wanted to make sure that you guys saw that you can, those of you that are using certain colors for your business, you can now implement that in Command. That was one of my biggest complaints, was that I wasn't able to customize the coloring. So we are going to do some holiday posts. We're going to do for June. The first one I'm going to do is the Pride Lives Here. We're going to press use. And then we're going to switch from this logo. Oh, it's loading. We're going to let it take its time here. Okay, we're going to click on that logo, and it should have taken us 2 logos. It doesn't have all the buttons. Come on. Oh, Command, you are running slow today. Okay, so I don't like the background color. We're going to change it. Just delete it. Try it again. What is happening? Well, usually it lets us move the logo once we put it on there. I'm not sure why it's not, but we'll just go ahead and deal with this. It doesn't matter. This is just a pride thing. So because we're not worried about the logo showing up now, I'm going to take us back to that black background. And I'm going to press download. Those of you who aren't worried about posting to Instagram can just press share, or we can pre-schedule this through command, which I will show you right now. So you go to campaigns, and then you do social posts. And we'll say that we want this to go Friday. So we'll press that. And then we will browse designs library, and you can see our post that we made is right here. I don't know that this needs words with it. I kind of like it just the way it is. We can either pre-schedule it or publish immediately. And then it should have the accounts that you want selected right here. Now, I am not going to schedule this, so I'm going to save it as a draft because I schedule all of mine through Facebook. Once we can schedule posts to Instagram through command, I won't do it the way that I'm about to show you anymore, but we're going to go to my business page. And we're going to go to the Meta Business Suite. So we're going to create a post. We're going to add photo. I'm going to go ahead and publish this now, but I do also want this to post to Instagram, so we're going to select both and publish. Okay, so I want to pause there. Does anybody have any questions about pre-scheduling posts to Facebook? Nobody? Okay, we are going to move on then. Let's see, some of these things I don't need anymore. Give me just a second. I'm just going to check the comment section on Facebook to make sure that we don't need to address any questions there. Okay. Becca, is this streaming to the agent page on Facebook? It says that it is, but I just looked for it and it's not showing up.
I'll look on my phone.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I don't see it.
All right. We are going to redo that then. So I'm going to stop live stream and live on Facebook. Sorry, guys, we're having a small amount of technical issues. We'll get it fixed real quick. Share to group.
Usually I get Facebook notification and I didn't get one this morning. I mean, I got the one that you posted where it said join me, but I didn't get the one that said like you were live. Now it came through.
Okay. All right. Issues fixed. Okay, for those of you that just joined us, we just went over how to post to Facebook and how to pre-schedule. If you have any questions about that, let me know. This is being recorded, technical issues and all. So when I upload it to YouTube, you'll be able to see the beginning. So we're gonna go ahead and share our screen and dive into DocuSign. So as you can see, this is my personal command. I'm going to switch to the team and I'm going to go home. I have lots of tasks that I have not done. Be sure that you do better than me and actually do your tasks. I will be starting my care calls soon, so all of these will get dealt with. So I just went to contacts. I'm going to search for me. It's always a good idea to have yourself in here as a contact, as a contact, so that you can make sure to test things on you and not on your clients. So I'm going to go to tasks. It wants me to do my quarterly call with Elise. I'm going to actually go ahead and check that off the list. So we're going to go back to the timeline, and as you can see, the quarterly call came up. I'm going to go to opportunities though, because we're going to be doing DocuSign. We're going to create an opportunity. We're going to call this test opportunity. We're going to spell it correctly. We're going to say that this is a listing. And our commission rate's 3.5. And we're going to say that it's a $350,000 house. Active and staging is fine. So we're going to go into the opportunity. And I'm going to go ahead and put in the property information. Okay, and it put in everything. Cool. So we're going to go to documents. And I always turn the requirement ones up so that all of my required documents are at the top. Now see where it says start a transaction on the right-hand side. We're going to drop that arrow down. It'll let me choose between .loop or DocuSign because I do have both connected. I have both connected because I have agents that use both. So I need to be familiar with how to operate both to be able to help them troubleshoot. I do prefer DocuSign though. So when you select DocuSign, it's going to start the transaction in DocuSign as well. You'll see it's already automatically opening their web page. I'm going to sign in. And here we go. Magically, the room is here. First thing that we're going to do is add a picture here. If you have one, I don't have one right now, so we'll skip it. Then we're going to go to details. You'll see that it carried over my information as the seller. It also carried over our location. We can also minimize some of these. So like there's not a second seller, so I'm going to minimize that. You'll also see that it carried over my information as the agent. There's not a second agent, so we're going to minimize that. There's not a buyer right now, so we'll minimize that and the buyer's agent as well. And listing broker, we will go ahead and fill that out. So fill from contacts. Connie is already in here. She's already on the room. Okay, so now her information is there as well. And that automatically saved there. So now we're going to go to documents. I like to press add and fill from DocuSign rooms. So you can pull from the KW 971. The things that I pull from here are usually this broker disclosure form and the escalatory addendum and the addendum A. Those are the things that seem to be specific for our office. Now notice I don't have to back out. I can just move to the MAR forms. Okay, so we're going to do the listing contract. Seller's exclusive listing is the one that we want. And the seller's disclosure for residential property. Lakes and ponds. Water and well. Okay, septic's already on there. Pools and hot tub. That should be everything, I think, because it's not a condo. Okay. So the disclosures, there's nothing that we as agents fill out on. But I am going to go ahead and open it and make sure that the address carries over. Did for that one. It did for this one. It did for that one as well. And it did for that one. So now we're going to deal with the Missouri Broker's disclosure form. Notice it will automatically put the address at the bottom. So we do the first four, skip one, the next three, and skip the last one. And just double check that everything's capitalized the way that you want it to be. Keller Williams, Lake of the Ozarks, and then save and close. And I know they don't have to sign this, but I do send this with my listing contract or my buyer's agency so that I have proof that they were sent this. It date and time stamps it for you. So now we're going to do the residential sales contract. Look, it pulls a lot over. If I would have done, oh, I did do the listing price, but make sure you add a comma so that you can count where everything's at. So when I do this, if I'm taking this to the listing appointment, I don't fill in the price and I don't fill in the expiration date. I will fill in 2022 because it's probably going to expire in 2022. I do typically fill in this part. And I charge a $299 flat fee. So I have to check box 32, but if you don't charge that, you check box 33 and you put a 0 there. I don't, well, I do fill in this part because we don't allow sub-agency, so that number will always be 0. What have I done? Okay, I'm gonna exit out of this. Let's open it back up and see what it saved. What? Connection was reset. We're just gonna refresh our page here and open this again. Okay. We're going to sign out of DocuSign and pull back in. And open this again. What is happening? Okay, so if you repeatedly have this issue, what I would do is delete the document. And then add it back again. Okay, so I typed in the form number here. It is also searchable by that. And that's the only thing that I know the form number for is for that buyer's agency or the seller's agency. Okay, so we're going to open this again. Wow, okay. I've never had that problem. So we're going to move on. It should have let us send that, but that's okay. We're going to click on envelope. We're going to press new. We're going to send just the disclosures. So we're going to select room documents. I always start with the seller's disclosure because it's the longest. And then it typically doesn't matter the order of the other ones. I just always start with that seller's disclosure. And once these load, we're going to add pre-tagged roles. Seller 1 is Elise. Listing broker is Connie. Listing agent is Elise. And then none of these other ones apply for now. Okay, so I typically leave this please DocuSign and I will say hello. Please fill out and sign. Okay, please fill out and sign the attached disclosures for your property. Thank you. Now we're going to press next. What? I don't remember selecting this. All right, so we're going to show you what happens when you bring the wrong document over. We're going to press back. Gracious. Oh, we sure did. Okay, so we're going to close out of that. We're going to add the correct document. And we're going to pull that one to the front. but we don't need this anymore. And we probably don't need that anymore. So let's do room participants, make sure that it pulls the right one still. And I don't think it needed that either. So add recipient, pre-tagged roles, seller one. Okay, we're just gonna delete all of them. Okay, add recipient, pre-tagged roles. Seller one is me. And then seller is also me. Okay. Oh, it's gonna force it. Oh, right, whatever. So as you can see, it did pull the address. All of these boxes are places where the client will be filling things in. This is how you know it's fillable for them. And usually these boxes are off by a little bit, so I do fix that. Again, all the boxes are here. The lakes and ponds does not have all the boxes on it. I am going to make a note of that because I will send that to DocuSign and ask them to fix that so that it does. And if you ever come across the document that should be fillable that isn't, just shoot me an email at elise.jenkins@kw.com and I will fix it. So let's go ahead and look at pool and hot tub disclosure is not either. Okay. So what I do is I contact DocuSign directly and I have them fix that. So I'm going to show you guys how to fix this for your clients to be able to fill it out. We're just going to bring all the text boxes over. Now, we don't necessarily want these to be required. So I'm just going to uncheck the required box on the right-hand side. And that just makes it to where it's fillable, but it's not going to require them to put something in every box. Now, the check boxes, when you press this plus button on the bottom, it means that you're going to select one or the other. You're not going to be able to select all of them. And then like where this other line is, we'll do the same thing. We'll make it not required. Same thing for this one. Okay, so that's how you would do that. You would do the whole page and then you would bring over the seller's initials and date signed. I'm going to go ahead and send this because I want you guys to be able to see what it's like when the client is doing this. So we're going to make this smaller. We're going to add a tab, switch to the correct account. Okay, I'm also going to sign out. Delete this one. Okay, so this is what they experienced. Elise sent you a document to review and sign. Hello, please fill out and sign the attached disclosures for your property. Thank you. So we're going to review the documents. And continue. We're going to press start. It's going to take them straight to where to sign, apparently. Oh, this is because it made it, okay. So this is just because of the way that it made me do this in signing order. So I'm just going to put it's on a well, unknown depth, unknown and unknown. Has it been tested? No. Yes. Yes. No. Okay, so we're going to pretend like I filled all this out and then my initials there. So we're going to press finish. I don't want to sign in, although I can. So I'm going to make this smaller again. I'm going to close out. Open this and show the next message. Okay, so this is the second part of the document signing. I could have made it to where it did all of them at once. I just got a little lazy. If I were sending this to a real client, I would have had it do all of it at once. Okay, so house was built in the 1980s, reacquired it in 9/2020. The property is not vacant. The seller does occupy the property. Yes. No. This box right here is federally required. So even if they don't know anything about the property, make sure that they fill this part out. Okay, we're going to pretend like I filled all that out. And then all of these are fillable too. These are those ones that we filled in and then sign. Okay, so that is what your clients experience. It's super easy for them. It is a pain to set up, but it just works so seamlessly. It's very nice. You don't have to rely on being able to read other people's handwriting, which can be a difficult thing. And it works pretty seamlessly. So that's everything that I wanted to get through today. Do you guys have any questions?
I don't have any questions.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. I will be in our Lake Ozark office all day today. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out or knock on the door. And as always, you can reach me at my email, elise.jenkins@kw.com, or on my cell phone. Or you can use the links on every email that I send to book an appointment. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.